Hey everyone, Sky here to discuss Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2, starring Daniel Radcliffe, Rupert Grint, Emma Watson, Ralph Fiennes, Gary Oldman, Helena Bonham Carter, Alan Rickman, Tom Felton, Bonnie Wright, and Jason Isaacs, and directed by David Yates. Now, in case you're wondering what this shirt is, this is Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2, and I wore this at the midnight premiere. Yes, I saw it in theaters at the midnight premiere. So, what do I think of it then? Let's get into it. We pick up minutes after Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1 ended, and Professor Severus Snape, returned by Alan Rickman, runs Hogwarts, and Dobby lies dead at the beach. Poor bastard. And Harry, Ron, and Hermione ask the Goblin to take them to Bellatrix's Lestrange's vault to grab something in exchange with the Gryffindor sword. And what bugs me is we never know what they're supposed to get to grab. Maybe in the book, or feel free to comment on the bottom to just tell me what it's called. But I found this beginning a little bit hard to follow. Hermione is disguised as Bellatrix, and Ron as another goon of Voldemort as they go to the Wizarding Bank. And Hermione as Bellatrix gets through security. How Harry uses a magic trick in order to get in just felt too obvious. And how did they get through a dragon with the noise? They hate that sound like keys. And I thought, like Hermione, that's preposterous. Because how is a dragon afraid of a noise? It made no sense to me. Then they fly after they got what they want to, and the Goblin betrays them, which felt again preposterous. When Harry, Ron, and Hermione drop in the water, Voldemort kills every single person at the bank, and that's when I can briefly follow the movie more, and much better as well, than I ever did in Deathly Hallows Part 1. And it's an improvement, and that's a start. Aberforth Dumbledore, who's Dumbledore's brother and played by Ciarán Hinds, with the painting of his sister Ariana, who will lead to the castle of Hogwarts. And I honestly don't like Aberforth as a character because he just felt bland in this movie. Sorry, Hinds. And the painting is a doorway back to Hogwarts, and we get Neville Longbottom leading them back to the castle. And some other characters like Luna Lovegood, Cho Chang, and Ginny Weasley. And I really do like that scene when all the Gryffindors reunite in the very same scene. Harry confronts Professor Snape and says to him, how did he kill Dumbledore? And Professor McGonagall, returned by Maggie Smith, gets Snape out of the castle and puts Light up in the castle, and McGonagall with the Gryffindors, Harry, Ron, and Hermione, and the teachers of Hogwarts with some giant guards protecting the Hogwarts castle with a shield, and they, as of Voldemort's army, get prepared for a battle. And I do like how fun it is. And it is no offense to Dame Maggie Smith, but unfortunately she's no badass. That moment felt way too laughable for my taste. When she says his name is Voldemort, you might as well use it. Helena Ravenclaw, played by Kelly MacDonald, explains to Harry how to destroy the Horcruxes and killing Voldemort for good, which, to be fair, she was resistant at first, but she accepts it and lets him destroy them. Meanwhile, they search for the 3 Horcruxes continues, and the movie kind of struggles with getting to the point, but I can give it more time. I do like when Neville sees 3 Voldemort's gang killed off by the shield. That made me laugh. Ron and Hermione destroy one of the Horcruxes, and that's 1 down, 2 to go. Voldemort destroys the shield that protects Hogwarts, and Neville's face was hysterical when they get inside the castle until Neville finds a way to break down the fence and survives, which felt funny in a hysterical kind of way. Draco Malfoy, returned by Tom Felton, finds Harry while he's looking for one of the Horcruxes, And Harry convinces Malfoy that even he didn't want to kill Harry, because Malfoy didn't tell Bellatrix it was Harry, even though he knew, which I found way too obvious, that Malfoy doesn't want Harry dead. Particularly since Harry saves his chicken ass, excuse my French. Harry destroys the second Horcrux. 2 down, 1 to go. He knows the snake is the last Horcrux, and that's easy if Harry has these visions and they run into the river where Voldemort talks to Snape and kills him with the snake, and Snape dies with tears in his eyes and grabs a tear and says to Harry, "You have your mother's eyes." And Harry digs through Snape's tear and sees he had a crush on his mother. And I like how they explained that, and the execution made sense. Harry goes off to face Voldemort, and Voldemort, instead of killing Harry, knocks him out for the night with Dumbledore there in the dream, with Hagrid holding on to Harry. And when Harry wakes up resurrected and fights off Voldemort in kind of a brutal fight, but Harry does kill Voldemort for good by turning him into ashes and killing the snake. And as soon as it's over, Harry realizes the Elder Wand, which Voldemort uses this whole movie, now belongs to Harry and destroys it for good, and they live a good ending for the movie until 19 years later. My goodness, this is the part where I'm going to have problems. Harry and Ginny have a boy, Severus Albus Potter, and Ron and Hermione have a kid of their own that are on the way to Hogwarts for the first year, and the makeup in that final scene together looked really bad, and I did not like this ending at all. It upsetted me to death. Like, it upsetted me when I saw it in theaters, and it upsets me now. Now it's time for the rating. I'll give this movie a 6.2 out of 10. There's some good things and bad things in this movie. I'll start with the good. I like how funny it got at times, and the second half of this movie is much stronger than the first half. But the bad things were the final scene upsetted me to death, and the first act, I couldn't follow what was happening, but it is better than Deathly Hallows Part 1, and definitely much better than The Order of the Phoenix, in my general opinion. So I'd like to thank you guys for joining me, and next week we will be back with Fantastic Beasts and where to find them. And until next time, Sunshine Daisies, turn the stupid camera off.